Okay, day 106. How do you feel about Liberia?
I mean, it is what it is.
Would you like that cookie crumb? So good.
Today was a good day.
Was it?
Got to see our kids.
Show everybody your man bracelet.
Boom.
Boom. Toilet flush. Child walking by. Go shower.
Shower time. At the Smith
Scoffs at
house.
me.
So we had a good day. We got to visit our kids. Played a it was like, what'd you call it? It was like jacks.
Jax.
I'd never played jacks, but she was playing with like 6 rocks. So she'd take a rock, throw it up in the air, and while it's in the air, you have to pick up another one and catch both of them.
Yeah. She said, I asked if you won and she laughed.
She did say I did good though.
She said you did fine.
I did good. So that was fun. So I played with rocks with my oldest Liberian kid.
Yeah. It was funny. Jeremy was like kneeling down trying to play, and all the kids were laughing at him. And I'm like, "What are you doing down there?" He's like, "I'm playing with rocks."
It was fun.
It was a lot like Jax.
And then I sang, like I asked her if she'd ever heard Amazing Grace, and she said no, so I sang it to her, and she was like, okay. I know I was in key, I wasn't pitchy.
So the best news today: the solar panels are all working. The freezer's plugged up with food in there. The nannies were super pumped. They baked bread. We ate a bread snack today when we were at the orphanage. They baked some bread. It was like a coconut bread.
It's good.
It's really good. And the water pump needs a part or something. They should have running water this week for sure. There's just a little thing they have to do. But yeah, so that's good. The lead investigators on our case were out of town last week at some type of training, and now they're back. So that should be helpful. And we've heard rumors that there are. So like yesterday after our video, we heard some rumors about some of the Ministry of Gender staff advocating for our kids, even on their day off. So we're excited about that. I don't want to say too much more about that because it's truly like hearsay from one person to another, but it's reliable hearsay.
I wonder if their training was on doing speedy investigations.
Yeah, and so like this, and we can follow the Ministry of Gender and Children's Issues on Facebook, and they do have a lot of meetings. Like they meet with UNICEF, they've met with the British ambassadors, they meet with the UN, they meet with different coalitions that have formed, and crime against women here is high. Like crime against women everywhere is higher than crime against men, to be fair, but
90% of prisons are populated with men though.
yeah, crime against women is a big deal here. Like you can mob mentality and execute somebody, and it's like it just happens, and that's the thing. And coming from a war-torn country, that's trying to heal from that, some of their practices, there's still people that were alive during the war that are alive now, and that committed atrocities, and they felt that was the right thing to do. So, it's interesting. Our kids' homeschool curriculum right now is a lot on American history and slavery then, and like some of that, we've had to talk to them a little bit about kind of the words they used and the history of our own nation. You got to think like how many years removed are we from the Civil War?
Almost 200.
And how many years removed is Liberia from their Civil War?
Not
20? 20 years. Less than 3 decades for sure. So the people that are here, they're still recovering from that. So they're having to teach the people here like that women are not property, that women are important, and all of that. So
yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about trafficking. We all know that trafficking is bad. The best way to prevent trafficking is for vulnerable children is to find them permanent families, whether that be in Liberia or in the U.S. And we're trying to do that, and we're delayed by a year to do that. So I want to know how many vulnerable kids have been victims of something terrible while our kids have been waiting in that orphanage. So
It could be high, we don't know.
and I'm interested to talk to our kids more about like what happened, like especially the older one. I'm interested for her to tell me more about what happened to her because she probably remembers before she entered the orphanage and what went down there. But like Carrie said, Carrie came over with her American kids tonight. We had dinner, lover, chicken whipped up for us, chicken, French fries, and some pasta with butter on it. So good. And we had a good time here. It's good when you have like 6 kids that don't really know each other before. Ooh, leftover chicken. And they just like our kids get along great. So she has a 13, 11, and 5-year-old, and then our kids are 11, 10, and 7. So they have a good time together.
Yeah, them growing kids, they can eat.
Yeah, and they all got really full, and they're still leftovers. So that's the
2 little chickens.
Yeah. I was like standing room only in our kitchen, but it worked.
It was nice. We were joking about when the missing 5, like 2 of the 4 kids that are
Sam's
missing, and then Sam. So I'm like, wow, we'll have to
gather.
Implore kitchen staff to help cook all that food. But
and Jeremy's cooking on like 2 burners basically. Like luckily the pasta was already made, but like his
there's not a lot of space,
and it's dark. I'll show you guys real quick. So Jeremy's little 4 burners, but one of them doesn't work at all, and then the other 3, you only put on 2 pans at once because it's just too small, and it's kind of dark over there. So
yes,
kids were playing old school Nintendo, so that's good.
That makes me happy.
I have emailed Jimbo, the agency director, for a little update on their lease. I know a lot of you guys have given to the children's home directly. Thank you for that. Some of you have sent me money directly. Thank you for that. Their lease for the year is due at the end of this month. It's a pretty big amount. They're hoping the landlord will work with them, but it's $9,600, and that'll get them paid up through the full year. Why do they need money now? Because they haven't done any adoption throughput, and like really they've done 2, like the Kramers, the Davenports. The Butlers and Whitneys are kind of half done. But they've done, that's only adoptions that have gone through, and they're not, and half of them aren't even complete in the last 6 months, 7, 8 months maybe. So they're just not getting that budgetary balance that they normally have. So they're basically like, how long? I think I would venture to guess, I don't know this for sure, I would venture to guess that their break-even point is probably 10 adoptions a year, where they've paid everybody, they have some money left over in savings, everything's paid, everything's taken care of. And with 38 kids, a lot of emergencies, 37 kids, a lot of emergencies come up. 1 kid got to go home. So, so I appreciate that. And hopefully he'll get back to me. I emailed him yesterday, so hopefully he'll get back to me fairly soon on that. And tell me kind of where we're at. So, we're hoping to keep this program afloat so that it can thrive for many years. And there's part of me that believes that all the relationships that are being made now with the government, like the way the Liberian government and the police, everyone's working together. I'm hopeful that these relationships that are being made are going to set a foundation for expediency in the future and more adoptions. I'm hoping that this is just this era of life that we just had to help keep the door open until it could just thrive again on its own. This should be a temporary emergency.
Yes.
But we're really appreciative of the Bruce family for being here at the same time that we are, because I don't think we could stay. We would stay, but it's just nice to have someone else. It's like having a support group. It's like our AA meetings.
Yeah, we talked about that tonight. They feel the same way. It would be really hard by yourself alone. It's just good knowing there's another crew here that's like going through the same struggles.
Yeah, and then our youngest American-born child has a birthday this week, so we're already into birthday week, which means she gets to make choices on movies we watch, games we play, where we go. So tomorrow we're going on a little walkabout. We're going to take her to get some pizza and let her go into a store she's never been in before, the Orca Deco, and let her window shop for some birthday presents I'm going to grab.
I've never been in there either.
It's a site. It's 4 floors. It's
pretty
couch? Nice.
Is there a big couch I can just go lay on?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe, but no.
I never get to have any fun.
Never?
Never.
You did good in the kitchen tonight.
I got to say, today was much better than yesterday.
Yes. Well, and today we had stuff to do and then people to talk to. And we got that update last night where we heard,
things.
This person said that this person said that this person said, which even though it's gone through a few people before it gets to us, it's still any information that looks like it's moving the right direction or shows that somebody other than us care about our kids.
After 61 days, it's like any little
trophy.
morsel.
Just a trophy.
A morsel of information. Thank you.
Okay, you got to talk about how mad you got at the gas station.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so Liberia. So, we went to 2 gas stations. They had no gas, and the fuel light is on, and I am like very
Let's talk about Jeremy
meticulous
and the fuel light.
about the
Like,
fuel
the
light.
fuel light's on, but it's still like a tick up. Like it's not like it's down hanging.
You think you trust it?
No, but the difference in Rachel's.
We're in the streets of Liberia here, and the fuel light's on. I'm like,
Well, I mean, again, the difference in Rachel's, like Jeremy, if we're at home in the U.S., this is why I never get gas. I mean, we had a car for like probably we had one car. I am, but we had one car for like a year, and for the then we got rid of it. It was a Kia Carnival we had. And I remember we were going to go out of town, and I was like, oh, I'm out in the Kia. I'm going to go on and gas it up because we're leaving tomorrow to go, like, fishing or something. Nothing crazy, but enough that we needed gas. And it took me, I had to move the car twice. Like, I had to move it twice because I didn't know where the gas, like, which side it was on. I couldn't figure out where to, because Jeremy puts gas in the car. If it's a quarter of a tank or less, he's like, we're behind. We need to fill it up. I like to wait for it to be an eighth of a tank or less because I want to go to the gas station as minimal times as possible. So if I can drive for another 4 days and not have to go to the gas station, in my lifetime, that means less visits to the gas station. And that's where I am. If I could go to the gas station 500 times or 475 times, I'm going to choose 475, which means I got to let it, I don't wait for the light to come on usually.
that's not true. Like the last 10 times at home, I got in the car and the fuel light's on. I'm like, thanks. That's what I've got.
However,
moreover,
I've never let the fuel light come on in beater box because God only knows what will happen to him if he gets even low on anything. But it's our Yukon. He's special.
We love him.
He's a rescue. But so Jeremy's already like the gas light. We get in the car and the gas light's on, and he's like,
couldn't put it in before we got
immediately before Manuel even puts his seatbelt on, our driver. He's like, well, we need gas, don't we? And he's like, yeah, boss, we need to get some gas.
Couldn't have got gas before you picked me up.
Even when we were sitting at the gas station, so we get to the first gas station, they say no gas. So he goes to the next gas station, and Emmanuel's like, oh, shoot, what are we going to do? I'm like, should we ask the security guard if they know where there's gas? And he looks at me and goes, no. So he kept driving, and we went to the third gas station, and you could see all the cars lining up. You know, it was like hurricane season.
So like, they have gas.
Oh, good,
probably.
we have gas. So we wanted to use the Visa card because we're running really low on cash. And every time we go to the ATM, we have to pay a $12 fee for $600 or a $5 fee for $200. And paying those kind of fees just makes you want to die. Like, I don't want to pay the fee. No. So Jeremy, we pull up and they're like, do you take a card? And I'm like, yeah, but you have to pay first, park their car, go inside and pay, bring us the receipt, and we'll pump the gas. And I'm like,
of course.
Everywhere else, they just walk around with this machine. So
not this particular gas.
Emmanuel tried to stay at the pump while Jeremy went inside, but the guy was like, oh, you need to pull up and let other people. So we pulled up, and he left the car running, and I looked over, and it was still like, I mean, it wasn't even with the E, it was still a tick up. So I was like, we're not going to run it, because I thought about turning the car off, and I was like, we're not going to run out.
This tick.
So I haven't run out of gas in a really long. Last time I ran out of gas was in my Mazda Miata, and it does not have a gas light. And it was not it was my mom's car, I think. It was in a Mazda. But anyway, so all cars should have gas lights. But now Jeremy gets in. So then tell him what you did. You went in, so you go into the store. He gets out of the car. He's like, gets out, slams the door.
I didn't slam any doors. This is not true.
Not like with all your force, but it's not like you delicately shut it like it's your baby.
Well, if it was my baby, I
Three
long
size.
So I go inside and I'm like, literally like, I had to stand there and just leaning against the wall. They're trying to offer me a chair. You know, it's not a good feeling if you're in a hurry. They're going to offer you a chair to sit down.
They want you to sit down.
And I'm just like, no, I'm good, thank you. And then
another
person came and offered me a chair.
And then Emmanuel came to check on you, right?
And I'm like, no, he never came in. I'm like, no, I've been sitting for a while. I'm okay, thank you.
He got out though. Where did he go?
He was just standing by the pump.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm looking in this room, with like their money counting room, I guess, and there's just like stacks and stacks of like Liberian dollars sitting there, like probably like thousands of LD sitting there. I'm like,
well, 1,000.
And here I am sitting here with like my card, and I'm just like, I just want to pay for gas. And then finally, like after 10 minutes, it felt like somebody gets up that had, I guess, been waiting too, and he went and paid, and he was happy, and went on about his business. And it's my turn. So I'll roll up, and she's like, it's a credit card. It's a Wells Fargo credit card. And I'm like, here you go. And then like she goes to put it in, and she's wanting me to put a PIN number in. I'm like, I don't have a PIN number. It's a credit card. There's no PIN. I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking, you're putting it in wrong. You're doing it wrong. It shouldn't ask me for a PIN. Run it as credit. That was being very nice though, but and she it didn't.
So he's like, there is no PIN. So what?
So she just put in like 4 zeros. I'm like,
so she just made up a PIN.
I'm like, this is not going to work.
And hit
clearly,
go.
we all know this is not going to work.
But
the guy behind me probably knows this isn't going to work. But here we go. So then declined, no doubt. So I'm like, okay, well, she's requesting a PIN. Maybe I can use my Visa debit card with my bank. I know they have a PIN. So I'm like, here, let's go through this process again. But I know the PIN, so I give him the PIN. Bank says no, rejects it.
Like your bank declined it?
Yeah, declined it. All this to save
Emmanuel said the machine was broken.
All this to save cash because we don't want to go to the ATM. So I'm like, fine, we'll go pay cash. So I like give the guy $100
at the pump.
Yeah. So I'm like, there goes 100 that I will now not have.
And now we got to go pay $12 to get it back from the ATM.
So yeah.
Jeremy was so mad. I mean, he was so mad. Like, he just kept on. He got in the car. He was just fuming.
It cost us 25 minutes visiting, at the home, waiting on this nonsense just to get gas.
Yeah, and we don't want to. So the thing is, the kids don't get home from school. So when we got there, our oldest Liberian daughter's there. She gets home at like 2:30, 2 o'clock, I think. But the younger one doesn't get back until about 3:30 or 4. So really, we try to leave around 5:30 at the latest, 5:45. Because then it takes us an hour to get back home, takes us an hour to get there. So we usually want to be there we want to be at the orphanage from about 3:30 till about 5:30, and then we leave.
So like roughly the 9 weeks we've been here,
So,
every time I've used my credit card, I've never had to put in a PIN. So
it was just funny to me that she just made up one. Like, just going to make up one and put it in, and it's probably going to work. And we're like,
how are you processing this to where I need a PIN number? I don't understand. But anyway,
yeah. It was probably asking her for the amount, and she didn't understand.
No, that was another screen for that. I had like a bunch of options. Like she had to put in some kind of like store number or something too. I'm like, what is this?
I don't know.
Anyway.
So we got gas. So
Jeremy
was happy.
And
And then on the way home, he had to buy cooking oil. So I'm a little worried about our arteries because he buys like cooking oil because we only have a stovetop. So like it's by the gallon that we buy it. And we've definitely thrown away more than one. Like at home, we could buy vegetable oil and it would last forever.
At home, I don't buy vegetable oil. We don't use vegetable oil.
I know, but like
we use a little bit of butter on a skillet, but everything else is in the oven with a little olive oil. Like this is all foreign. So
it's like a bucket of oil so Jeremy had to buy that on our way home.
You guys all like the breaded fried chicken, so.
And the kids, every time you go in the store, and I don't know if they do this when I'm in the store too, they're so loud and they move so much that the car is rocking back and forth. Do they do that when I go in?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's awful. And they drive me nuts. Emmanuel's just giggling at him. He's just like,
the birthday girl, I let her listen to my go to church playlist, and they're like just singing along. It was pretty funny.
That was pretty sweet. Yeah, it helped you with your toxicity.
It really did.
Jeremy was like, I'm so toxic today. I need to go home and work out.
I do. Like one of the days I don't work out, I'm just mad. Like I'm just so mad. Like I just want to like go around punching people.
That's so Liberia. So Liberia.
TSL.
But I mean, like, it's like, there's just never, I mean, it's just like, it's just one of those things that's just so, everything takes so long to do. That's so simple.
Like paying for gas.
So we pulled into the second gas station and I saw these brand new tennis shoes on the roadside and I was like, oh, what they got? Because my oldest daughter needs some more tennis shoes, but she can make it long. She doesn't really want new tennis shoes. She kind of likes when she has, but they're too small, but she seems okay. So I'm not like pushing for new shoes, but I'm like, well, we could buy her some right there. And like her new shoes, like if I buy her shoes on Amazon, she wears like women's sizes now. I'm gonna have to spend like $70 probably, so I'm dreading that. But she the other side of the road, I was like, oh, we can stop again. But then when they didn't have gas, I was like, we gotta get gas first. Nobody cares about my shopping
tomorrow
needs.
We're gonna drive right by the same spot on the way to get pizza.
Yeah. You seem happy.
Yeah. Another day. 61 days.
In Liberia. So 106 days since January 1st, since our 2024 journey. And I can't change that counter because it won't make sense. There are some people that think we've been in Liberia for 106 days. God bless you.
Not yet. Give it time.
But 61 days, yeah.
61 days. So in 2 days, it'll be 7 weeks. Oh, 9 weeks.
So what are 3 more things that you didn't mention yesterday that you miss about home?
Miss about home.
Yesterday I said treadmill, dog, and bathtub. And you said...
What did I say? I remember internet was one of them.
Internet. What else did you say?
Did I say like grocery store? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Oven. You said oven.
Oven.
Internet, oven. What was the other thing you said? You really missed?
Boats.
Boats.
Boating.
All right, so what's 3 more things you really miss about America that you can't do here?
Miss church, actually.
Okay.
I miss playing my guitar. Can't do that. Even
Yeah.
though we bought a guitar.
Bought a guitar, but the guitar strings broke on 4th play. 4th session.
Sam's coming.
But Sam's bringing you
You're my
more.
boy, Blue. You're my boy.
My boy, Sam Bruce.
So I got one more. Let's see. Man, what did I say already?
You said church, guitar.
Guitar. Let's see. I miss driving around. I miss a car.
You miss Big Papa?
Yeah.
Big Papa's our Suburban.
Not paying a driver and just going.
Just not having to wait. I mean, like, Emmanuel's always on time, though.
Oh, it's not that.
So close
it's
to here.
you got to pay for somebody.
Yeah. Cool.
I just miss the freedom of our getting on the open road.
I miss our movie room with those comfy chairs.
Yes.
I miss our pool, swimming pool, being able to swim, and I miss fishing.
All good things. Fishing.
Yeah, I'm excited to teach our new kids how to swim.
We'll have time here for that, probably.
I'm gonna buy me a fishing pole and fish here and see if I can make me some extra side cash.
You're gonna be one of those people with the basket.
You don't
of
think
fish.
so? I think they would buy it from me. I think if I, the American girl, white woman, went out and caught me, what?
My alarm's going off.
I went out and caught me a fish and stood on the Liberian side of the road, I guarantee you people would buy it. They would buy it. You know they would.
You got some big competition. I've seen this.
You don't think they would buy from me? I think they would buy from me.
I've seen the size of those fish.
I'll get a canoe. I don't care.
You're gonna be one of the canoers, eh?
Yes.
Oh, love her.
I'll be out there with my white hair.
Look, it's
How
Moana.
y'all doing? I can swim. Don't worry.
It's one of those Moana songs.
I'm not gonna be Moana. I'm gonna be the white girl in the ocean.
I am Moana. Like that. She sings with a lot more power than I can.
You done a lot of singing today. You gonna sing us a song?
Wrote a song about it.
All
like to hear.
alone on a long dusty road in Liberia. Praying my kids
don't catch malaria.
living with all the hysteria. Just alone on a road in Liberia.
It needs music.
Our water's fixed at our house. We had a water pipe break outside. I think it was the Long Guys. And our neighbor friend Paul texted us today and was like, "Oh yeah, we got that fixed. We don't have to pay for anything. It was just something easy."
So thank you, Duper, for sounding the alarm.
Duper, and then Paul recruited someone else to fix it.
And
to make sure it wouldn't happen again. 2 doors down. Bill was on the lookout, on the alert.
And Pete,
So we're good.
Pete helped with the inspection.
We're good.
So
Yeah. Everybody feels good about it.
good people helping us while we're 6,000 miles away.
Christmas lights are still up. Somebody wants to go take those down.
Yeah, turn them on. Make it look like somebody
Oh, I'm so miserable that we left with our Christmas lights on. There's not even words for that.
We were in a hurry.
All right, day 106.
Later, deuces.
Bye.